Apologize for the cut there, but I hit a button. So, this guy here is equipped with an Omnispecs. The Omnispecs is a 10-point upgrade, and what it does is it gives this unit anything that it's firing at has -1 to its cover save. The model doesn't have to give up its own shooting, it happens. You buy the upgrade, whatever you shoot at with this unit has -1 to its cover save from their shooting. It doesn't give it to it for the turn or for anyone else, it's just for this unit, -1 to cover. These guys have arc rifles. That orange dude to the right there, it's poking out a little bit. He, boom, has an arc rifle. Arc rifles are really neat. They are a 24-inch rapid-fire weapon that is strength 6, AP 5, and has the haywire special rule. So, this unit here, if it gets within 12, is putting out 4 haywire shots. Pretty awesome. The first turn of one of our games, we actually did 4 hull points on a Tesseract bolt. I believe that's what it was. The giant monolith Necron thing. Not a monolith, the bigger Lord of War choice. Yeah, they did 4 hull points, and then my teammate had a Wraith Knight, who then finished it off with the D-Cannon, obviously. But they can do a lot of hurt to vehicles. This unit had the same. These guys here, the Onager Dunewalkers, they are a 12 front, 12 side, 10 rear walker. They have, they ignore all difficult terrain. They just walk over it. They cannot run. They have a 6-up invuln individually, and then for every additional model in the unit, that's 4 inches away from one of its cohorts, they add 1 to their invulnerable save to a maximum of 4 up. So this unit together in this configuration has a 4-up invuln until 1 dies. Their heavy phosphor blasters are strength 6, AP 3, with 3 shots at 36 inches, and they're twin-linked. The Cognis Heavy Stubber. Cognis weapons are neat. Probably you've heard of them by now. But Cognis weapons allow you to snap fire at ballistic skill 2. So this unit has 9 heavy stubber shots that are snap firing ballistic skill 2. It's pretty neat. Overwatch is good. Throughout the course of the tournament, for whatever reason, I was on the receiving end of a charge from, I think, 2 surviving tactical marines and a librarian. I imagine they might have had melta-bombs, and they wanted to get in on these guys. Overwatch just evaporated that unit. It was awesome. What else do these guys have? The Icarus Array. Icarus Array is kind of weird. It is 3 weapons in 1. One of them is the typical quad gun autocannon, or it's just a twin-linked autocannon with Skyfire and Interceptor. It can fire all of its weapons. It can fire the autocannon portion that has Interceptor on the opponent's turn, and then fire its missiles on your turn. So, speaking of the missiles, it's got a dataless missile, is what it's called. It's a strength 7 AP2 Skyfire missile, which is neat. Then it also has a rocket launcher of some kind, multiple rocket launcher, where it's 5 shots at strength 6 AP4, ignores cover, and Skyfire. So, hive crones, harpies, one of those. Beware. These guys here, the Rangers, they have the Transuronic arquebuses, which are the long rifles back here. That is a either 60 or 72 inch across the board. That's why I don't really think it matters right now, but it's really long range sniper rifle that has AP3 base, which is cool. And then it's also armor bane. So you're hitting vehicles as a sniper rifle only at strength 4, but you do roll 2d6 and add them together for armor penetration, which is, again, neat. I really like this army. They're weird. The basic rifle on the other 3 guys is a galvanic rifle. It is a strength 4, AP4, 30-inch rapid-fire weapon. And again, these guys are relentless, so they can charge. Anyone can shoot and charge. Not that you'd want to most of the time. Let's see here. They also have precision shots. So if you have a bunch of them with the galvanic rifles, you can put a lot of shots into a unit and pick out special weapon troopers, heavy weapon troopers. Not so much characters, because everyone gets Lookout Sir, even from a precision shot, but whatever. These guys here, their base weapon, and their base weapon is why I have 30 of them in this list. It is a lasgun, essentially, with better AP. It's kind of in between a hotshot lasgun and a regular lasgun, but it's better than both of them, in my opinion. It's a Assault 3, Strength 3, AP 5, 18-inch range weapon. Now, that doesn't sound too great, right? But couple in the rad saturation rule. Every 6 that you roll to wound, auto wounds, and counts as an additional wound that has to be saved against separately. So, where these guys are strength 4, and they can wound things up to, toughness 7 on 6s. These guys are strength 3 in their shooting attack, and can wound Wraith Knights even. Strength with toughness 8 on 6s. And not only will that 6 just cause a wound, it'll cause double wounds. So, yeah. What I like about these guys is that even if your special weapons are gone, you only have 3 guys left in the unit, they're still useful. There's always the hope that you roll hot and you're going to get a ton of wounds, because, again, 3 shots apiece, and 6 is double wound. So you're making a lot of saves. The enemy will make a lot of saves, rather, from these guys and their shooting. Army special rules on these guys, they pretty much 3 turns out of the game get to hit on 2s. They have these buffs where you choose one at the beginning of your turn, and you only have 6 of them, and once it's expended, it's gone. One of them, though, is +1 to ballistic skill, and just army-wide, your whole army just gets +1 to ballistic skill because you choose that. It's pretty fantastic. The other one's +2 to ballistic skill, but I think -1 to weapon skill. The other one's +3 to ballistic skill, but -2 to weapon skill. So at that point, your army is pretty much weapon skill 1, so just to be aware of that. The other ones are the reverse buffs, but with weapon skill, which, no point with this list. Now let's talk about performance. These put out 9 plasma shots at 18 inches. It's fantastic. It eats units whole. I had a, what is it called, the Dread Knight? The Great Knight monster creature. Whoa! The Great Knight monster creature did his little teleport move and tried to flame these guys. Killed, I think, 4 of them. But my plasma were still alive, so the Dread Knight went away. It was lovely. Again, these guys are really capable of taking out vehicles. The problem with them, though, is at a 10-man unit size, you can actually take 3 special weapons in these squads, which is why I got the 3 plasma calibers here. Definitely should have done that on the arc rifles for these guys. If you're going to do a 10-man unit, take the 3 arc rifles, because it seemed as though they were just on the cusp of destroying vehicles. Vehicles will be left with a couple hull points left, or 1 hull point left, and you're wasting all that anti-infantry fire from the rank and file guys who have the radium carbines when you're shooting at a vehicle, which they want to do with the haywire, but again, you're wasting all those other shots. So if you're going to do it, make sure you kill the vehicle, take another arc rifle. My changes to this list, actually, I'm going to get rid of this unit over here. They didn't perform very well in the tournament. It's still a sniper weapon, so you need 4 ups to wound, and it just wasn't happening with the frequency that I'd like. So I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to take off the manipulator arms on the onagers, because the single strength 10 attack, while they were in close combat 2 out of the 3 games during the tournament, but the 1 attack at strength 10, it wasn't happening. I got in a slap fight with a Dreadnought. The Dreadnought couldn't get through my 4-up invuln, which was fantastic, but I could only roll crew stunned or crew shaken against the Dreadnought. So we did like 3 turns of close combat, I think, and I did 2 hull points on it. It did nothing to me, but I wasn't going anywhere either. I wasn't shooting, wasn't moving. I'd rather just keep them out of close combat. The whole army kind of suffered on that front. As soon as something did get me into close combat, it took away my major advantage, which is obviously shooting. I'm going to stop this now, because it looks like I'm getting up to 10 minutes, and I know that might be the limit.